Maple Hollow, Vermont, was the kind of town where everyone knew everyone. Birthdays, wedding anniversaries, even the exact number of scones the local cafe sold on Tuesdays. At the heart of this sleepy community was Eleanor Hargrove, a beloved 38-year-old chef who ran Hargrove's Table, a cozy family-table restaurant that had become the town's gathering place. Her lamb stew won ribbons at state fairs. Her laugh filled the dining room like warm cider. And to most, she was a kind of woman incapable of harm. So when Ellie was found brutally stabbed in a restaurant kitchen one frigid November morning, the town's heartbeat stuttered. The back door was ajar, a single muddy footprint leading inside. No cash was missing, no signs of a break-in, just a trail of spattered blood from the cutting station to the prep sink. Investigators initially theorized a random act of violence, maybe a vagrant looking for food or a drifter passing through. The whole town mourned. Candlelight vigils were held. Patrons laid flowers outside the locked restaurant. But the local sheriff, Daniel Mercer, couldn't shake a feeling. This was too personal. As investigators dug into Ellie's life, they uncovered cracks beneath her charming surface. Her marriage to Paul Hargrove, a local contractor, had been rocky. Neighbors whispered about late-night arguments and a rumored separation. Financial records showed the restaurant was barely breaking even despite its popularity. Then came the most jarring discovery. Ellie had been secretly corresponding with an ex-convict, Ryan Bellamy, whom she met through a prison outreach cooking program she had volunteered for 2 years earlier. The emails hinted at more than mentorship. They were intimate, filled with plans and promises that suggested Ryan was more than a pen pal. He'd been released just 3 months before her death. Ryan became the prime suspect. He was found 2 towns over, working at a warehouse. His fingerprints absent from the scene, but his alibi shaky. Yet as police pressed him, another twist emerged. He claimed Ellie had reached out to him, not the other way around, asking for a way out. According to Ryan, Ellie wanted to disappear. She was planning to leave her husband, abandon her restaurant debts, and start fresh. But disappear how? And why was she dead instead of gone? A breakthrough came from an unlikely source. A series of deleted security camera backups from the restaurant's cloud server. Forensics recovered a partial video showing Paul entering the restaurant late at night, the same night Ellie was killed. When confronted, Paul confessed, but not to murder. He claimed he went to reconcile, to beg her to stay. They argued. She admitted her affair and a plan to sell the restaurant secretly. Paul left her alive. He insisted. It wasn't until the medical examiner re-examined the scene that the truth surfaced. Ellie hadn't died from the stab wounds alone. She had ingested a lethal dose of aconite, a rare plant-derived poison, hours before the stabbing. The stabbing was staged. The poison came from Ellie's own kitchen garden, and the person who had access, knowledge, and motive, her sous chef, Mara Keaton, her best friend of 12 years. Mara had been secretly in love with Paul and resented Ellie for years, both for her success and the neglect of the man Mara adored. Faced with evidence, financial transfers to Mara's account, a search history for aconite poisoning, and a confession laced with twisted longing, Mara admitted to poisoning Ellie's stew and later staging the break-in to cover her tracks. The town of Maple Hollow never quite recovered. The restaurant closed, its windows dark, a memorial of dust and wilted flowers. Paul left town, Ryan disappeared again, and the once close-knit community found itself glancing over shoulders, suspicious of familiar smiles. For a place built on recipes and routine, the murder of Ellie Hargrove became the bitter ingredient no one could ever quite taste the same way again.